Hey guys, it's TheFrXion here, Tank12, however you call me, I don't really care. Welcome back to World of Tanks, where today, once again, we're going to be taking a look at some of the things that have happened in the last 3 months. The last time we did this was about, I think, early June, so it's about more than 2 months. And if anyone is interested, we're going to take a look into the analytics. I'm going to talk to you guys about the retention, if I'm happy with the channel, the way the course we're still set on, and how close we are to that one big goal that I've set for myself for a very long time, which is 1,000 subscribers. We're actually very close. So let us take a look. First and foremost, these are all the videos I have released in August, July, and late June. I'd say we can probably go one more page down further. I finally made a video about my 10-year anniversary that I missed. So we've done that. It was quite nice. And generally speaking, I think I'm quite happy with the retention, with the amount of views I've gotten. I know that in May and in April, there were quite a few things that I was able to cover. Battle Pass things, bond vehicles that I was covering, and you can notice that the views, they spike from about maybe 80 views per video from some videos all the way to 400 or 500 on specific other ones. And you can see that the general consensus is rather positive than negative. There are still some downlikes, which obviously I understand, because not everyone is going to agree with what I say, and I obviously know that as well. But it's not too bad, you know, having like one downvote or one dislike or 3 on a video that has 763 views and where the majority is still positive is okay for me. That's no problem. I obviously do not want to, have any kind of impact on your views, and I probably don't have any impact on your views. So if you dislike something, you're going to dislike it, which is totally fine. And that's certainly an option why the dislike button is there. I just find it funny that right here with the Skoda T56, I think because I named it overpowered, some people might have not liked that statement that the Skoda T56 is overpowered. But other than that, I've had some pretty nice views. I've talked about some videos. I've generally been having more tank reviews. Now I've reviewed the Chinese medium tank line. I'm still working on the 121. Just didn't have the time to really play the 121 and to get that thing fully upgraded with all of the upgrades. It just takes a while with the field modifications, and I think I'm gonna change my review. The way that I review tanks a little bit, that I don't really take a look at all of the field modifications, but I do tell you what field modifications I would choose. The issue that I have with that is I do not have the full picture, because when you play the tank with all the field modifications, a lot of the times it feels completely different. So it takes a long time. Anything that's above tier 8 takes a very long time to grind out. And if I forget it for 1 or 2 days, I kind of lose the progress as well, and I have to start again. For example, right now on the 1-to-1, I'm currently on stage 4 or 5, so that's still about 4. I'm not sure, is it 10 stages? I think it's something along the lines, either 8 stages or 10 stages. So I still have a couple of stages that I have to go forward to, and that I have to finish before I can really do a review on it. But I do have some gameplays already lined up that could be really, really nice, and that I'm going to be showing off when I'm going to make the review. The issue is just that obviously the game is always getting patched every 2-3 weeks, and I'm not getting I'm not fast enough to make the video and everything together, edit it, put it online, because Wargaming always releases micro patches that kind of destroy the replays eventually. But that's just one issue I have to work out, and maybe I'm just gonna find a way that I can actually look past some of the things. Now, what you can see is the last 28 days. We're going to work our way through the last 28 days. What you can see is that the views have gone up rapidly. Most of the time I get about 300 views for let's say a single day, if on a good day. Other than that, it's maybe along the lines of 200 to 300. So, now the last couple of days, my views per day have gone up quite drastically, all the way to 500-600, and that's why I have 8,596 views in the last 28 days. I'm very happy with that. The thing is just, the idea behind is not, I don't want to clickbait anyone. I'm just making the videos now currently on the event. Every time there's a World of Tanks event that is coming around, people are really interested in it. And what you can see also is that the retention, how long people actually watch the video, is actually quite different. Right here, for example, the live stream I had on the Italian tank destroyers, that somehow got a lot of views. I'm not sure why. I thought it was going to be a little fun live stream for my viewers. Turns out a lot of other players, a lot of other viewers actually tuned in, took a look, and some of them liked it, some of it didn't. But you can see 5 minutes 25, that's about the average view time I usually have. But other videos which are shorter, for example, like the Lion, the OF40 Leone, there's only a view time of 1 minute and 14 seconds. So the average view time is not that high, because I think the viewers are just not that interested in somebody talking and not having any gameplay, which ironically is exactly what I'm doing right now. But I think this video is going to be titled as such, and I think nobody's going to expect some gameplay in the background. Either way, we have managed to gain more subscriber again. The last month, if we go back to the last 90 days, you can see that the average subscriber count went down a little bit, about 20%. And that was quite interesting, because I noticed it during that time, because there were times where I didn't get a lot of subscribers, or where I lost quite a few subscribers. And that obviously has to do with several different reasons. I think with not a lot of new content to cover, tank reviews that not everyone is interested in, and just generally maybe not a lot of algorithm. Not that the algorithm is not really that interested in my content, and it might not be picked up, which is totally fine. These things do happen, and you have to kind of work around it. You have to look what works best. This is not my prime job, so it's not the worst if I do not get like 1,000 subscribers every single day. But I noticed a slowdown, and it's quite nice actually now that it actually goes back up again. I've lost 1 subscriber, I've lost 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I lost 7 subscribers in the last 90 days, which still, in my idea, is pretty good, because a lot of the subscribers, a lot of the viewers who actually subscribed, they've stayed on board. We've lost 7, so that means that either they are still interested in the content, or the quality is still good enough that they are not leaving. You understand what I mean. The views are still quite high for the last 90 days, only 10% off like the other 3 months. The average play time is a bit down, 12% instead of I'm not sure, it was like 1,900 or something along those lines. But you can see that certain videos, they do attract people to watch a lot longer. So if we go into details, we can actually see that the clicks are at 22,525. Impressions are quite high still, especially the last couple of days. Last week, impressions have skyrocketed once again, because the content is something players are really interested in. They want to see, what do people think of these tanks? Are they worth it? Are they not worth it? These events, obviously, depending on what kind of tanks they're selling, some of them we already own, so we have a little bit of expertise, but some of them we don't own. So for example, the WZ120 GFT that has been released today, that you can actually buy for 14,500 gold, that is something that I cannot give you any real thoughts on, except from the stats that I'm reading, because I haven't played it myself. But it's clear people want to have information. There's always this need for information in every kind of part of life. People want to know, want to be informed, because they want to make an informed decision in the end. That's the very interesting theory of rationality, and I think it's pretty humane to see that everyone wants to see what's the best option, what is going to benefit me the most. So they're going to watch the videos, They're going to see if they like it. They will not. If they like it, they watch longer. If they don't like it, they're going to watch something else. So the average view time, that's still something I'm struggling with, because I think, generally speaking, my videos are just too boring. I know that a lot of the viewers lose interest in a lot of videos. A lot of videos are not being watched to the end, and that has to do with the structure, but that also has to do sometimes with the very short reception of the viewers. Viewers sometimes aren't just, don't have the concentration anymore, because there's just so much stimulation for the senses. There are so many videos, there's so much to click, and viewers kind of skip videos. That's the way how we consume content nowadays. Unfortunately, that's the reality of it. So that means that some viewers will watch everything. Those are the ones who are really interested in the content, who are really dedicated. Some will only watch a short part, and some are only putting on the video because of a thumbnail, because of a title. Then they watch the first 20-30 seconds. They have the feeling it's not what they wanted it to be. Then they leave, watch another video. All of these things, every every single one of these people who watches these videos, every single way is obviously completely legit. I don't want to be critical or criticize anyone on their viewing behavior. It's just something I've noticed, right? So yeah, I've tried to stay active during the time where I upload like a little community texts, and where I talk a little bit. I try to catch as many codes as I can. I always try to go look for them, and I've also tried to do a little bit more live streams, which probably are going to be much more promising if we do it on Twitch. That's an entire different kind of subject where I want to actually talk about it, because it's the Twitch drops. Every single person who streams World of Tanks on Twitch is actually going to be able to have Twitch drops. That's really cool. So if I live stream, you guys watch, you're going to be able to get some Twitch drops, which generally speaking, I think that's a really neat thing. So yeah, very interesting. There are 13.7% of the viewers of my subscribers who actually have the what is it called? The bell activated for my account. So that's 132 subscribers. That's pretty cool. That's nice to know. I didn't know that there were stats like that. But still, you can see 71.1% of the people who watch my content are not subscribed to the channel. But it's completely fine. And then the age difference, you can see 100% male. It's a pretty male-dominated kind of field. And a majority of my viewers are coming from the United States and some of the United Kingdom. Obviously, it makes sense. It's English content, the places where they speak English natively, you're probably going to see more people watching that content. But at the same time, I think almost a large majority of the world population now has some rudimentary knowledge of English. So it's quite interesting. Yeah, so this is what I have to report. The subscriber count has gone down a little bit, but my goal is still 1,000 subscribers. We're not that far off. 1,000 subscribers is only 34 subscribers off, and then we're gonna have a pretty nice party, hopefully. 1,000 subscribers, that's a pretty big milestone for my channel. Remember, this channel is pretty small. There's no monetization here so far, but if I do reach 1,000, I do have like the opportunity to monetize again, because what is really insulting to me is when I watch a video of myself that I made on my my YouTube app on my phone, just to check it out, to see if it works out, if everything kind of functions. The funny thing is, YouTube actually gives me ads on my own video where I don't where I don't earn anything. So yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me, at least. But I just wanted to point that out. Hopefully you guys still enjoy my content. For any new subscriber who has just stumbled across this video and hasn't turned off by this point, thank you for subscribing. Thanks for the support. As always, I hope you guys have a good time, and so it's been a long one. This has been a long video. Hopefully it's not too long, and I'm probably gonna try to live stream again. I'll see you guys in the future. Until then, have a good one.